Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is v.Link. I am with thedgl.org, giving you another competitive workshop. And tonight, we will do it on ministry. Let me just get rid of this for you. Hello, audience. How's everyone doing? Pretty tired today. Just had a match. Going right into this workshop. Hope you enjoy the show. That'll be uploaded on YouTube later as well. So, oof. I always love this. The prone no clip is the best. So, alrighty. So let's get this started. I'm gonna go over callouts fairly quickly. This is gonna be very short compared to the other ones because we don't have a lot to go with. So let me just change my overview alpha to 1 so you can see this more clearly. Alrighty. So, basically if someone's camping here, you call, this is our spawn. Spawn camping. Alright. We call this T-Hall. Or T-Long. And this is called T-Short. T-Short, T-Short. Mid-A. S-Long, or S-Hall, S-Hall. And then S-Short, S-Short. Over here we have balcony, one of the most important positions. Balcony, T-Balc, T-Balc, S-Balc, or R-Balc, there-Balc. Usually how it gets called, R-Balc, there-Balc. And then we have desk. We call it desk. Some people call it reception. Some people call it lobby. A desk. This is called lower A. And then their side, our side, etc., etc. Lower A. And then down below, you've got C. So we've got a pretty intricate system of how we call spots out here. So looking from the security side, I know I have an insurgent gun, I always do this. Pretend I'm on security. I'm on security. Okay, that's like the trash can. Alright, so how we call things out, it's kind of like a grid. Okay, so looking on this side, we go L1, L2, L3. Okay, so if anyone played Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod, you remember Vacant. On that bomb site point inside, you had all those callouts. So this is L1, L2, L3. And then, from this side, you got R1, R2, R3. Okay. And then, same thing with mid. Mid 1, mid 2, mid 3. Now, we did play around with having more specific calls, like going all the way to 6, but we thought it was just a little crazy because people rotate and move, so we don't need to call that specifically. Oftentimes you'll hear people call trash can. This is trash can. Or they call red van. This is red van. Or they call red truck. This is red truck. People call that because people camp here a lot. But that's what we do. So R3, L3, R2, mid 2, L2, L1, mid 1, R1. A little bit confusing. We don't use them a lot. We don't teach them to a lot of people because it's pretty confusing. But yeah, so let's go out here. So what we have here, this is whole. And we call this tons. So we call this B tons. B tons, B tons their side, etc., etc. B tons our side. We call this S stairs, S stairs, T stairs. Alright, now there's a lot of stairs here, so it can get confusing. But some people will just, on ministry sometimes you're going to call very specific calls that aren't as clear, but get the job done. So you'll say or that are clearer, but they're long calls. So you'll say B tunnels, B tunnel stairs, their side. And you're like, okay, well that's over here. Because you're going to have time to react to that, and you're going to need an accurate call. Okay, and this is called whole right here. And then, all right, so here are the most, those are some important calls, but here come the most important calls. All right, so this is going to be the S side, security side, S side, and this is the T side, T side, T side, T side. So what we're going to have here is it's going to label, it's going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it'll be S1, S2, S3. All right. So this will be T1 right here. T1, T2, T3. And then you'll hear things like outside their side, outside our side. Those are going to be important. But the most important calls that most people don't use are calling these individual planners. So this is T1, S3, S1, T2, T3, S2. Okay? You can call mid planner as well, mid planner. And then some people call this scaffolds. Scaffolding, because some people will camp outside here, right here, and wait. Whew. There we go. So let's go over that again because this is super important, okay? So over here we got S1, S1, S2, S3, all right? Outside their side, you know, scaffolding, mid planner, outside our side, T3, T3, T2, T1. Okay, very important calls. Okay, that when I first start teaching people calls, I just tell them to tell me those planters. Okay, if you can remember those 6 planners, that's important information because that is going to delegate where I am going to go or where I'm going to rush. Okay, and that's basically all the calls. All the generic ones. Some people may have more complex ones, but you know, things need to happen very quickly on Ministry. Ministry is actually while it is maybe a big map, it's very small in terms of lanes. You know, it's kind of like people are usually playing the same way every round, sort of. There's not a lot of, I mean, there are tricks and stuff, but it's not like, you know, you're not going to see like, oh man, like 3 people are pushing this way, because you're going to be able to see them, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, there are some tricks. You know, there's definitely enough for it to be really fun, but you kind of know it after a while. You kind of know what everyone's going to do every round. Like, or basically what they're going to do every round. Okay, and so at this point in the video, I'm done with callouts. So I'm going to start going over some gameplay strategies. And one of those things I want to focus on, like I said, is I'm going to bring it back to this balcony right here. Okay, this balcony is super important. Why? Because it overlooks all of B. And this is just like the apartments on District. Okay, the apartments on District, you can overlook B and protect everyone. So this balcony is super crucial. So if you can hold this point, do so. Now, if you're last man alive, you gotta get on a point, okay? Or if like one of your teammates is in A, then I guess you're gonna go because you gotta get to B or something, okay? But this position is so important. Sorry, let me just. My audio is a little loud. Okay. So there we are. So you're definitely going to want to hold this balcony at some point. And that's why I generally like security more, because you have more freedom. You know, security, you got to send a guy to A, right? So, you know, and you don't have to send a guy to C. So on security, you know, just by the generic nature of the map, you need to hold balcony. So insurgents have a larger split usually. Yeah. So what's going to happen is, you know, on insurgents, you're definitely going to send 1A, and you're probably going to send 1C. So already right there, you lost 2 people. That's a normal strat. Whereas security can send 1A, and they don't need to send 1C. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But it's still, you know, security has that availability of not having to do that. All right. So off the bat, you know, you're definitely going to send 1 person to balcony, and you're probably going to send 1 lower A and 1 lower C on insurgents, which usually is going to leave you with 2 people on B. Now, where these 2 people want to be is, you know, it all depends. I would generically say that that security has about a 1 second lead here. I noticed that a lot of people get picked across. Like security will just pop out on the other side, right here, and they'll just pick people across. Right as they come across, boom, boom, boom. Well, I'm in no clip, so it's going all over the place. But that's how. That's what will generally happen. Okay, and then another guy's either gonna play outside or play B tunnels. All right. So that's how insurgents is gonna work. So on security, let me just get a security gun because that's what I want to do. Oh yeah, I forgot AC556. Okay. So generally, I don't. I play with the AC556 on this map because of specific properties. One being that it shoots nearly as fast as the MP5, and I don't like the MP5, if not faster. I don't really like the MP5. I think that the recoil here is much more controllable than the MP5, but that's just me. So on security, what you're going to do is you're definitely going to send one A, okay, just to hold that point. Then you're going to send one lower A, and you're going to send two to B, okay. And now this fifth guy, he's going to be a roamer, okay. Now he can do whatever he wants. Oh, there we go. He can do whatever he wants. He can, maybe he can go to C, maybe he can stack B tunnels. But the thing here is that security usually is going to be able to overpower if they do stack somewhere. If they go to C, then that's fine. But you don't have to every round, and that's going to be really confusing for the insurgents. So let's just focus on some tactics here that we can hold down, and I'll go from security side because I always usually play with insurgents. So I'm just gonna act like I'm the A player here, and you got the standard A play. Okay, this guy goes here. Okay, not a big deal. He camps all day. Okay, I don't really like this spot. Like it's good to hold it down, but I don't like not being able to see over here, or or being able to get naded. So I feel like if I like this spot a lot better. I like playing this spot because I know if he gets on A, first of all, if he's on, this is another thing. Okay, this is a strategy. For Ministry, if you are playing A, it is your job to let them know how many are on A, okay? Because insurgents are definitely going to go A, but if I'm on A and it just starts flashing, that means there's only one. But if it starts flashing and capping, and while I'm on A, that means there's two. This is very important information because it means one lane is open. Usually they'll take a guy off lower A or take a guy off B. And that means that, okay, yeah, awesome, there's going to be less guy there, and then you can start formulating the map in your head, and you can start, trying to imagine where people are going to be, okay? So this is something that a lot of new players don't say. They get on A, and they're like, everyone sees A flashing, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm blocking A, but are they capping, or are they not? So when I get on A, I always say, there's one A. Just add a number. Instead of saying, they're A, say, there's one A. There's 2A. It makes a huge difference. And if there's 2A, what it usually means is that someone is going to run out of this balcony. And if you're right here, you can catch him with his pants down, get the easy kill. Or at least if he tries to rush out, he's going to have to duck right here and stay on his side. And that's important. Okay? Because the guy playing A and the guy playing desk, they're working together, and their job is to hold down the balcony / desk area so that B can cap. There's a lot of teamwork here. B is a very hard position to play on Ministry. Okay, if you do not have teammates helping you, now first of all, you can't play B without thinking, because then you're gonna die whether you have good teammates or not. But if you're trying to play B the best you can and play it defensively, then if you have good teammates, they're gonna protect you. So I like this spot a lot better. One, because I can see out on the balcony, and two, if Ace say A's flashing once, and I'm like, okay, it's one-on-one on A, fine, and then it starts capping all of a sudden, like later in the round, I'm gonna peek this corner because I know that there's probably a guy that stepped on over here. Some guy, especially this is gonna be her call out, and this is something that you guys are gonna have to transition to. Okay, I'm camping here. It's one-on-one on A. A's flashing but not camping. I hear a guy go. One of my guys is going lower A. He's like, I died lower A. I died lower A. Okay, he died lower A. That probably means, one, either I'm going to get flanked right here, common spot, or two, he's going to be coming over here. Okay, so if it's late in the round and I haven't killed someone in the first 20 seconds and my lower A guy just died, I'm probably gonna shift over here, just because I'm gonna want to be careful. Okay, and then if I'm watching right here, you know, and I'm watching carefully over here, you know, you got to be kind of mindful. You know, maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll throw a smoke over there to try and keep them from pushing. That way I have a little more time. You know, anything to buy yourself time. And so I'll throw a smoke over there because most people won't push through smoke. And then maybe I'll just camp right here. And then all of a sudden I see A starts capping. I'm like, oh, there he is. He's probably over here. You know? So that's just the way it goes. Man, my aim is totally off today. But yeah, maybe he'll pop out right here or whatnot. So that's how you should play A. You know, I see tons of guys when they're new. They like to come in. You know, they'll sit back here. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm holding A, and blah, blah, blah. Then some guy dies. He's like, I died lower A. And he just sits here. And then the guy that killed the guy lower A, the insurgent, he comes right around here and just kills that guy. You know? So, you know, you got to be aware of your surroundings. Now, another thing you can do on A, say they're playing A really aggressively or whatnot, you can definitely just, you know, throw a nade out there on the balcony. And kill that guy. Maybe push with the nade, you know, step out a little bit. There'll usually be a guy right here. You can kill that guy. But that's one way you can play. You can also play down the middle. Where are you? Hiya. So you can also... I'm lost. Someone help. Where am I? I'm like in the Matrix right now. There we go. What? No clipping on ministry is hard. Help. There we go. Could have just ran up there in that time. So you know you can also throw it mid and to try to stop the rusher as well. So he'll try to rush out really quickly, and when he does that, you can just spray right there. Because if they're playing 2 on A a lot and they're playing A really aggressively, this nade he's gonna see that nade, and he's gonna be like, oh shoot, and he's gonna slide out here, and when he does slide, you're gonna be popping out right here. And he'll slide right into your bullets and you'll kill him. Pop, 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 pop. So that's another way to play it. Those are some tactics that we use. Some people like using flashes, but I don't like flashes because they're inconsistent. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. They always work when you don't really need them to, and then when you really need them to, when your life depends on it, they don't work for some reason. It happens all the time, you know. So it is what it is. Pick your poison. I would rather pick a smoke because I know it's going to work every time. And people don't like to push through smoke, so I like buying time. Time is a very important factor in insurgency, and it's going to help you. So that's just how I play A, and I play A like that on both sides. But you know what you need to do is you need to stop people from going balcony. You know, if you're just camping over here, and this guy's going balcony every time, especially if it stops flashing. If it's flashing, A's flashing, A's flashing. Now it's not. He definitely pushed balcony. Okay, because, and another thing, security has to hold A, but insurgents don't. So insurgents do have that freedom. So if insurgents, you know, if they're on A and people are dropping down, you know, just, you know, you're on insurgents. Say I'm insurgent. Okay, I'm on A and all my teammates are dying. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's not worth it. Let's just focus on B, you know, and whatnot, and try to help my teammate. But watch that S1. S1 is a common spot. Definitely where people are going to be at. So, so let's shift to this guy playing lower A, and I'll just do it from security side again, I guess. So I'm playing lower A. And a lot of these things, what's nice about this map is that most of these things I'm showing you go both ways. Okay, so lower A, you can do this. It's almost like the same thing on A. You know, you can throw a nade mid. You can camp mid. Some people like to peek, but sometimes there's a guy like sitting right here, or a guy sitting back here. It just depends on how the team's playing. But the most important thing about desk is that when you come around here, you need to watch for this spot. Okay. Oh, excuse me. This spot right here. This spot's going to be dangerous. The S1 spot is definitely going to be something that's going to be important. If you're doing a double push on top of A, you know, balcony is definitely going to want to look there eventually. Or maybe, you know, it just depends. But what most people do is they'll come around here and they'll look for the guy. You know, maybe they'll play the outside, try to keep this pillar in between them, and then they'll come and play balcony. Now what I find more often than not is that, you know, if you're not holding balcony, then someone will play this one position, this planner one, T1 right here, okay, or S1. So if balcony has a very clear shot on this position right here, all right. And why am I telling you this position? Because this is the position that always kills the desk runner. Okay, the guy pops around the corner, oh, you're dead. You know, which is why some people have started proning and whatnot. But the thing is, if you're on insurgent, or doesn't matter, if you're on insurgent, you come out here, this guy is wide open. You know, so it's a little important. And then just depends what you want to do. You know, sometimes you can double frag. Someone frags mid, and you can come out here and frag over by T1. Spray this guy. You know, maybe get a kill. Was that a terrible nade? Yeah, it was a terrible nade. But obviously I haven't practiced this map enough. I'm a little cold. But so the guy running desk, he has a lot of power in his hands, but he needs to be very careful. You know, some of them like to slide. Oh, hold on. Sorry. You know, some like to come like this. You know, slide across and then peek over here. See if they can see the guy, shoot the guy there. But the important thing about the desk guy is the desk guy needs to move. Okay, this guy's got to move. He's helping out a lot. He's keeping balcony under pressure. You know, if he's not, you know, maybe he can throw a smoke over here or whatnot, and then start peeking back over here. But desk and balcony, they need to work together. And you know, maybe they don't want to rush it. But if you don't rush it, if you don't rush lower A, you need to tell your teammate. You're like, hey, I'm not gonna rush. You know, and maybe I've seen a lot of players where, you know, maybe they'll sit back here. You know, they'll wait for this guy to push that lane, etc., etc., and you'll probably get that kill. But as soon as you get that one kill, say he does push under and you're getting killed and you just can't back. Once you get that one kill, you need to start moving. Wow, look how far that goes through. See that? Pretty impressive. Another thing is you can actually shoot through these walls right here. See that? So if someone is camping behind this, oh, of course, I'm out of ammo now. I have nothing in these magazines. I blew my load. So, and that's how I would play desk. You know, is you need to fill it out, but desk needs to work together. And maybe you don't want to go desk. Maybe if you're getting killed desk, then screw it. Double stack A, that's fine. You know, on security, maybe you double stack A, one goes B tunnels and two go B. Fine. Whatever. You know, do what you need to do. So, you know, you can see that goes all the way through. So in terms of B, playing B directly, this is going to be a hard position. And on security, you're going to have the drop, so you might be able to pick across, you know, pick that player that's trying to come. And then you're going to probably want to go S1 or T1, depending on your balcony presence. Now, you need to understand something. As a B player, it is very important what your teammate is doing on balcony. Are you rushing balcony? Oh, you're not? Okay, well, I'm not going to play S1 then because I'm not going to have any support. So instead of coming over there, I'm going to come play S3. You know, and maybe I'll come over here, maybe I'll look. But you got to be careful. The B players got to be very, very careful. You know, watching that desk, watching that balcony. A lot of times what people like to do is they want to play outside. And I think playing outside is a great choice. Okay? And what's going to come into play here is your callouts. You know, the guy running into B, you know, he is... If you could, you'd run in low and keep your head up, you know. So boom, 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 you see him. Oh, he's T1, he's T3, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, you're throwing your nade across and whatnot. You're trying to kill people. So... But it's important that the guy on B calls out the planners. You know, oh, he's T1, he's T1. Then balcony will know that. You know, oh, where is he? You know, so B's talking and everyone has to talk. It's very important that everyone knows what's going on. There's one desk, T1, you know, T3, and our side balcony. Our side balcony. Oh, our side balcony. What? You know. So communication is very important. But I try to elect to play the outside lane if possible on B. It's a little more safe. You know, another thing that people like to do is they'll like to come in, just rush straight in and jump straight across, you know, and try to play that outside, maybe slide, play scaffolding, kill the guy T1. Some people like to sit T2 or S2, and I'm not sure that's the best position. Getting on A and getting that B pressure is going to force the other team to react. and you don't want to have to react. You want the other team to react, and once they react, then you know exactly what they're gonna do. You're gonna force them to play their hand. So that's the B side. Now you got a couple options of what you want to do over here. Some people like to snipe and whatnot. I love just picking down here. You know, you come out and you pick right here. You can see all the way. Oh wow, what a shot! There you go, right over there. When he peeks his head out, you can just pop it like a little watermelon. Okay, so. But they'll usually peek out here first, and if not, some people smoke out here, and it's pretty interesting. But just remember that smoke is not okay. The farthest you're gonna get this smoke from right here, you're probably gonna smoke by this Humvee, which is probably gonna do you more harm. So I would take a 203 and smoke there, all the way down, and that might help you a lot better. But if you use a smoke grenade, if I saw a smoke come out, I'd be like, oh cool, smoke, thanks for me, you know, and then I'd just throw a nade inside of it and whatnot, and try to kill you. So that's how people play out here. Some people play hole, etc. So playing B-tons. So that's your fourth person, right? Yeah. And what you're gonna see on Ministry a lot is you're gonna see double stacking in lanes. So like they're like, well, B-tons is not working, etc. So this spot right here that I'm showing you right now is super important. Security has a big advantage of playing up here because you can really only see my little itty bitty head. So that's nice for the security that they can hop on that. It's not mirrored, so insurgents won't have that option. All right. So just be careful. Like if you're rushing in here on security, you're gonna want to come out, and you're definitely gonna want to spray towards that position. And other people, some people like to play B tunnels where they play, like they'll just play down here, etc. But some people don't play B tunnels. Now, something I don't like about B tunnels. What is that? I hope you guys can hear that. Is getting stuck right here. Okay, so if you hop on B from here, you're really stuck. Like where you? Okay, you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna look balcony and hope he doesn't come there, even though he can see my whole body. But then you've got this right here, where they can see you from scaffolding. And then now, if you want to move on B, you got to come all the way out, or you got to crawl out, so everyone's gonna hear you. You're completely exposed. What are you gonna do? So I don't really like playing B tunnel stairs. Super exposed. Super exposed. So if you have the option, man, I'm tired. If you have the option, you can you come out to hole, maybe try to get a pick or two, and then play over here. That's what I think would be the safer way to go. But if you gotta go there, you gotta go there. Sometimes you don't have options, and you gotta hop on B, and who's ever calling the shots, which is usually me. Get on B, you gotta go. So if that's just where you land, that's where you land. But I wouldn't play there. But yeah, and then in terms of playing on C, which for security you don't always have to do. You really have options here. So what a lot of people will do is they'll bait. So they'll sit like right back here, or something like that, and they'll wait for the insurgent to come. Because what will happen is, if say I'm insurgent now, okay, I'm insurgent. I'm like, oh, I'm insurgent. Yeah. I'm like, all right, well, they're not on C, so like a good insurgent and team player, I'm gonna rotate, which is good. He should do this. But when you do this, you should probably throw a smoke or something over here, or over here, because usually there will be some guy just waiting for you. Maybe he'll hide in the dark. I've seen some people hide right here, and they'll just this insurgent will pass by. He'll walk over here, and then boom, he's dead. Okay, and also with B tunnels, I've seen people camp here as well. Boom. So it's just a matter of call-outs and rotations, and rotations is really big. If you cap A and B, you are in a really good position on either team. Obviously security, you're in a better position because you really don't need to take C. I mean, you can cover all the stairwells and exits so that no one can move. All right. Now, something I want to let you know is that when you don't play C. There is going to be an insurgent that probably pushes up these stairs and comes behind you. It's so common. Okay, so if I'm rushing here, I kill this guy. All right, boom, 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 boom. I kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. I'm like, all right, it's clear, it's clear, it's a balcony. I go here, and you know, some guy goes desk, and then one guy's like, I'm down C, and I kill the guy here and whatnot. When like, you know, it's like 3v3 or it's like 3v2. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prone an alpha. I'm actually gonna come this way, because I'm gonna say, okay, the guy C is probably gonna come up, and it happens all the time. These people come around the corner, they're trying to get on a point, and boom, 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 they're dead. So, and I think I've done it in some matches. I think they're on YouTube. I'm not sure. So this map is a little more simple in your lanes, but you are gonna see more double stacks. It's all gonna be about what you communicate. So, you know, if you see B tunnels is clear, you need to call that. And you say B tunnels is clear. You know, once you hear B tunnels is clear, then you hear the double stack on A. You're like, okay, well, it's probably one lower A, two on A. You know, so there's your 3. So, you know, if you know I'm on security, I'm thinking 1B, 1C, right? So then if we're split more evenly, then those 2 guys can converge on the one guy on B and take it. Now, if one guy is going C, he's probably either going to flank A or he's going to go hole. That's just usually how people are going to play. And it's that kind of knowledge where you fill it out and you're like, okay, you know, these people are going to play a certain way. That's going to help you. Now, I don't suggest ever, and another thing we like to do is that tactic on district as well, is to pre-fire somebody, you know, like if we don't know where he is. So say, you know, we come back in the middle of the round, he's like, he's on A somewhere, he's on A. You know, you come in, you throw a nade or whatnot, and you're like, oh, he's not our side, he must be their side. And you're like, okay, he's not long, because say you got a teammate over here, then, you know, maybe your teammate will spray for you as you round the corner and take him out. So it's all about that teamwork. All right. So, any questions from the audience? I got a couple people watching here. Ministry pretty straightforward by design, but game sense wise, it's very important your rotations, and it's you know, Ministry is very much a dueling map. You know, you're going to be in a lot of 1v1s, and if you can win those 1v1s, you push the lane, you flank. That's how you're going to win this map. You know, smoking, set nades and smoking, yeah, super important, but. And so are callouts, but it's going to come down to a lot of 1v1s. The A 1v1, the lower A 1v1, etc., etc. Now on Insurgents, you know, just a little bit. I've already covered most things here. But like I said on C, just to drive a point home, you know, you would come here, maybe, look down here, look through red van, see if he comes in. He doesn't come in. Maybe you're like, all right, no one see, no one see. You know, throw a smoke grenade. Did that mess up? Yeah. Throw a smoke, push through, see if there's anyone in the dark, and then rush up. Okay. So, also another thing that you can do, that we do a lot, is say I'm on A and he's capping C. You know, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to spiral down the stairs, and look. And usually they're gonna hear you, so. You know, make sure you check your corners really well here. You got a lot of corners that people like to hide in, you know, around this trash can. So. So, no questions? Certainty's, Ministry's a pretty straightforward map. Not too much. You can't get back here anymore? There we go. So. Boom. So. Alrighty. Well, I think this is going to be a short one then. If that's all you got. Balcony is super important. Can't reiterate that enough. You're going to have to hold that. If anything, you know, camp here and deny them your side. And listen to your calls. You know, if you're on A, And if you're camping A and lower A goes down, then you're probably going to get flanked. So you're going to want to watch that. Alright? So, all about teamwork on Ministry. Alright? That guy B will need your help. Alright? If you're on B, you need to call out how many are. Okay? So if there's 2A and there's 2B, I mean, you basically know where the whole team is. You know, that one guy is probably lower A or C. I mean, you know, there's only so many places they could go. So it's all about relaying that information. There's 2 on A with me. They're capping. Boom, that's important. One guy is probably going to rush. Watch the rush. He's probably going to pre-fire you. Everyone pre-fires here now. So just, you know, make sure you play it right. And it's all about filling out your teammates. Ministry is one of those maps where you got to adapt super quick. I mean, you got to adapt, you know, on every map, but Ministry, you know, you got to pick up on what these people like to do. Does he like to push balcony all the time? All right, cool. Well, I can't beat him. He's better than me. Then let's use the tools I have necessary. Maybe throw a flash or a nade out there. Maybe maybe double nade balcony and mid, just to stop him from coming out on balcony. But you got to control balcony. It's super important. So, alrighty. Well, I am tired. I just played in a match versus Tall. It was a good game. This is v.Link with the DGL.org. I will be doing another workshop next Monday, and with giveaways. So next Monday I will be doing a workshop as long as there's not any matches going on at 10 p.m. Eastern. If there are matches going on at 10 p.m. Eastern, then I will local record it and then upload it that way. But I will be having giveaways sooner or later. So I will upload this to YouTube, guys. This one's a little shorter. Ministry a little bit more basic in your lanes, but definitely takes a lot of teamwork and communication to survive. And as I said, this will be probably the 8th time I said this. This balcony is super important to hold in firefight. Super important to hold in 5v5 firefight. You gotta keep this balcony under control. If you do not, you're going to lose B, and then you're gonna lose the key to the map. So I am super tired. Sorry if that was kind of all over the place and whatnot, but hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, signing off, guys. Take it easy. Have a good night.